He can be working, he can fight, at the same time he can be detached from the results of the work, and in this way he'll be unaffected by the results. That is called as Nishkama Karma Yoga. So far he has described there are various types of doers. There are three doers. We are also doer. Then Supreme Lord is also the doer, and material nature is also a doer. But who is the primary doer? The responsibility lies on whom? Responsibility lies on us. Because we start the process. We desire something. And based on our desire, Supreme Lord sanctions, and then material nature facilitates. So nobody can say, अरे भगवान ही जो भी हो रहा है उसके मालिक हैं, तो whatever wrong I am doing, he is only responsible because he is the cause of all causes. No, he is the cause of all causes, but he reciprocates according to our desire. We are responsible and Lord is responsive. He responds. But who is responsible? We are responsible. So Arjuna is describing all these, Krishna is describing all these principles. And I think we were on 21st verse. So in the previous verse, Krishna described how one can be in this world, not of this world. In one of the verses, 10th verse, he had described that. And then in this series of verses from 17th verse onwards, he is describing the platform of a liberated soul. How one can actually be liberated. What is the process that is described here in these verses? So in 20th verse, he describes this person is not so happy when he gets something which he likes. He is not sad when he doesn't get what he likes. In this way, he is sthira buddhi. Not common word, any famous word. Sthira buddhi means sthita pragya. He is fixed in his intelligence. Asammudho, without any confusion. And he knows the Supreme Lord, Brahmavit. And he is situated in transcendence. So we'll continue with the 21st verse. We'll recite that. So now in this verse, Krishna is describing what is required to reach this platform of liberation. Bahya sparsheva saktatma vindati atmani yat sukham sa brahma yoga yuktatma sukham akshayam ashnute. Translation.
Such a liberated person is not attracted to material sense pleasure, but is always in trance, enjoying the pleasure within. In this way, the self-realized person enjoys unlimited happiness for the concentrates of the Supreme.
Bahya sparsheshu, all the external material sense pleasures. Whatever we see in this world, we try to enjoy. It's a material. So whatever we put in our senses, they are material objects. We see, we hear, we touch, we eat. They are called as sense objects. Sense object means whatever goes in our senses. उनको बोलते हैं sense object. So he says such a person, he is asakta atma. He is completely detached. He is not so much interested in the pleasures of this world. So well, somebody may say when a person is detached, so for everyone they should get happiness from somewhere. मजा नहीं आया तो जीवन मतलब जीने का उद्देश्य क्या है? What's the point in living? Everybody lives to get happiness. So where does he get happiness from? If he is not getting happiness from the outside world, so Krishna says, Vindati. Vindati means he rejoices. How he rejoices? Atmani yat sukham. He rejoices within. मतलब this is a very interesting word. Rejoices within. मतलब क्या करते हैं वो exactly? अंदर देख के खुश होते हैं. So, literal meaning is this, He sees within and he rejoices. So what is that? When he sees within, that means, what is he doing? Sa Brahma Yoga Yukta Atma. He concentrates on the Lord who is within the heart. That means he tries to develop connection with spiritual reality, not just material things, because material things, they give a limited pleasure, ज़्यादा मिलता नहीं है. And we have heard the story of that person who is running in the jungle. He's chased by an elephant and he doesn't realize there is a well. He falls down in the well, and then the well is not full of water, it is full of snakes. As he's falling down, he catches a branch. There was a branch in the well. He looks up, elephant is waiting. He looks down, snake is there. And then he realizes the branch starts breaking because two rats are nibbling that branch, a white rat and a black rat. अच्छा है ना, इंटरेस्टिंग है ना. ऊपर हाथी है, नीचे सांप है, डाल टूट रही है. That is not sufficient. There was a honeycomb on that branch, and it starts, because the branch shook, all the honeybees started biting this person. Interesting. एक मधुमक्खी काटती है तो कैसा होता है? How many of you have been bitten by honeybee any time in life? अच्छा, बाकियों को नहीं काटे हैं कभी. चलिए, अच्छा है. जिनको काटे हैं उनको पता चलता है. Once we were in Yatra, we went to a place near Narmada, Amarkantak. We were in the forest, and all the devotees, 50-60 devotees were there. And we had gone in the interior of a jungle. There was one temple there, and one devotee, he brought the sound system, stranger, and he started that. And the honeybees are very sensitive to vibration sounds. There was honeycomb. The honeybees started chasing all of us. We were running everywhere. There was a pond. Somebody jumped in the pond. Some of us are running. फिर भी पीछे मधुमक्खियां आ रही हैं ऐसे. And many of us are bitten royally. किसी को 8-10 ने काटा. किसी का मुंह ऐसा सूज गया. So these honeybees, they were biting this person. In midst of all this, what happens? A drop of honey falls on his shoulder. कुछ तो टपका. क्या टपका? हनी भी लग रहा है. हनी लग रहा है. He adjusts his position to taste that honey, and then what he says? Life is not so bad. इतना भी problem नहीं है life में. कुछ तो खुशी है ना. That is the happiness we get in the outside world. Very little. But this person who enjoys within, that means who develops connection with the Supreme Lord, you know what type of happiness he experiences? Sukham Akshaya. Akshaya means unlimited, जिसका कभी क्षय नहीं होता है. That is unlimited happiness. Sukham Akshaya Ashnute. He enjoys unlimited pleasure. So that is very interesting, because most of us, when we hear these things, हम सोचते हैं सच में होता है कैसा. अंदर क्या खुशी मिलती है पता नहीं. We are trying, most of us are trying to chant some rounds, and we know our greatest tapasya and ecstasy. What is our happiness? वो 16वां वाला बीट नीचे गया. Those who are chanting 16 or whatever, माला खत्म हो गई तो कितना आनंद आता है नहीं. Ecstasy. I have many times told what happens when we start chanting and वो माला है, माला लाए कोई, you know. So we have to, हाँ दीजिए माला दीजिए, बताता हूँ क्या होता है अपना experience chanting का. ये जब माला करते हैं ना, तो कितने लोग ऐसे लगा यार वो बड़ा वाला आ नहीं रहा यार, कब से कर रहे हो, बड़ा वाला कब से आ नहीं रहा है. और कई बार तो निकाल के देखते हैं मिस तो नहीं हो गया. So for most of us, our happiness which we get by chanting is very very little. और ठीक है भाई खत्म हो गया, that is happiness. But this verse says Sukham Akshayam Ashnute, because the world outside teaches us to get desirable objects. But the problem is most of the happiness of this world is short-lived, doesn't last long. And what gives us fulfillment in the long run is what we get and we feel the purpose done. My purpose of life is fulfilled. Then we get more happiness. The happiness which we get by enjoying the senses, that is very little. So this verse, there is a progression of this statement. So first, Krishna says, Bahya Sparsha, as one gets detached from the external pleasures. That is the beginning of spiritual life. Getting detached from the external pleasures. And then start enjoying within, start connecting within. दोनों साथ में नहीं हो सकता. I do everything in balance. थोड़ा ये भी करते हैं, थोड़ा ये भी करते हैं. आपके जैसे नहीं हम लोग. You are only telling यही करो, हम लोग सब बैलेंस में करते हैं. बैलेंस में नहीं चलता है spirituality. If you want to practice spiritual life, बाह्य स्पर्शेव asakta, we have to gradually become detached. Then only one can experience sukham akshayam ashnute. In the beginning it is not so pleasurable. In the beginning we always think माला कब खत्म होगी और क्लास कब खत्म होगी. बोलते जा रहे हैं आए लेट आज प्रभु जी, तो पता नहीं कब तक बोलेंगे. 8:30 पौने 9 तक बोलते हैं, आज पता नहीं ज़्यादा तो नहीं बोलेंगे. Subtly mind starts thinking कितना बोलने वाले हैं, पता नहीं क्या क्या आज होगा. So that's how in the beginning it is not so pleasurable. That is the happiness in the mode of which mode? Nahi. The happiness which is painful in the beginning, pleasure in the end. What is that happiness? That is happiness in the mode of goodness. शुरू में it is painful, मजा नहीं आता है. But धीरे धीरे करते रहेंगे, then ultimately one starts experiencing happiness. अभी बोलेंगे मजा आ ही नहीं रहा तो करके फायदा क्या है? That is a process. And as we start chanting, the first thing which comes out is all the wrong things. We have heard about Samudra Manthan.
Yeah.
When the Mandar Parvat was used to churn this milk ocean, what was the first thing which came out? Poison. Poison came out. So we should be ready to understand this. पहले सबसे पहले क्या निकलता है? Wish. So we should not get so much confused. ये क्या हो रहा है? Earlier I was peaceful. जब से chanting करना शुरू किया ज़्यादा disturbance आ रहा है. Because now the poison is coming out. If we stop at that stage, then we'll never experience calmness. Then we'll never experience joy. So समय लगता है.
18.37 यत् तद् अग्रे विषमेव
परिणामे अमृतोपमम्. Yes. That is happiness in the mode of goodness. Happiness in the mode of passion. Yattad agre amritam pariname visham. In the beginning it is happiness. मजा आता है और बाद में दुख होता है. जैसे शाम को ऐसा एकदम स्पाइसी, एकदम मसाले वाला खाया, एकदम फर्स्ट क्लास, ऐसा ऐसा कर करके तीखा तीखा खाया, तो नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग क्या होता है फिर? All the holes get illuminated. That is happiness of passion. मतलब लोग खाते खाते भी ऐसा 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 करके भी खाते हैं ना, तीखा मजा आता है, और बाद में क्या बोलते हैं, तारे सजा मिल रही है, क्यों खाया? That is passion. So the happiness of goodness is शुरू में मजा नहीं आएगा. So it is so very important to understand this principle, and the more we understand this, the more we'll be able to practice this consistently. If we just go by our feelings, अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, आज नहीं करेंगे. आज मजा आया, आज प्रभु जी ने बहुत सारा जोक सुनाया, आज क्लास में बहुत मजा आया. आज का क्लास तो एकदम बोरिंग था, सब फिलॉसफी सुना रहे थे प्रभु जी, नो स्टोरी. If we just go by the emotions, yes, we should have emotions, but if we are just guided by our emotions, भाई आज मजा आया तो नेक्स्ट टाइम भी जाएंगे, ए बोरिंग हो रहा है यार क्लास आजकल, वही वही जोक्स रिपीट करते हैं रोज, ये नया जोक कहाँ से लाया भाई, मैं भगवत गीता पढ़ूं कि जोक्स पढ़ूं? जोक्स का लिमिटेड कंटेंट है, किसी के पास नया आया होगा तो भेज दीजिएगा मेरे को। आज मेरे को तरुण प्रो ने एक जोक सुनाया, मेरे को बोला प्रभु जी वो भगवत गीता में ना लिखा है चाय खुद बना के पीना चाहिए। मैंने बोला यार मैंने तो पहले एक बार बताया था। नहीं नहीं वो नहीं प्रभु जी, नया वर्ष ढूंढा है मैंने। मतलब कौन सा वर्ष ढूंढा है, नंबर क्या था? 5.18। अभी गया है। बोलते प्रभु जी 5.18 कितना अच्छा वर्ष है मालूम है, उसमें बोल रहे हैं कि खुद बना के पियो चाय। सुना भी रहे हैं, भगवान बोले सुनो क्या, चाय स्वपाक खुद बना के पियो तो क्या होगा, पंडितों के दर्शन होंगे आपको। तो ऐसा स्पेकुलेशन, थोड़ा सा ऐसा ना खुराफाती दिमाग। So spirituality is blissful, but if we are just taking to spirituality for stress relief, कुछ लोग आज का लेक्चर सुन के ना स्ट्रेस निकल गया एकदम, शांति मिलती है, शांति। शांति नहीं मिलेगी तो, शांति मतलब पीस, हाँ, शांति नहीं मिलेगी तो यार शांति नहीं मिली, नहीं जाएंगे। So it is so very important to understand that as we practice spiritual life, we should rise above these feelings of आज मजा आया, आज नहीं आया। मजा आया तो next time we will go, नहीं आया तो we'll think next time जाना है कि नहीं, depending on the time we have. No, it is not a luxury, it is necessity. Luxury means okay if we have time we'll do it, नहीं तो नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। No, it is not luxury, it is necessity. If we don't take this every day, here's a beautiful verse in Bengali, Chaitanya Charitamrita. এই লীলা अमृत बिने खाए यदि अन्न पाने तबे भक्तेर दुर्बल जीवन, यार एक बिंदु पाने उत्फुल्लित तनु मने हसे गाए करो ए नर्तने. So this verse says ei lila amrit. If somebody is not reading this pastimes of Krishna or the words of Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, खाए यदि अन्न पाने, प्रसाद तो 3 बार खा रहे हैं, what will happen? तबे भक्तेर दुर्बल जीवन, the devotee will become weak, not physically, spiritually. So what we should do? यारे एक बिंदु पाने, every day try to drink a drop of it. थोड़ा तो पढ़िए, as it is मत रखिए उसको। मुझे as it is लिखा है ना उस पे, तो हम फॉलो करते हैं as it is उसको। Try to read it every day, at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time you have. If you just sit with a thinking that जब तक मुझे 1 घंटा नहीं मिलेगा तब तक भगवत गीता उठाने का मतलब क्या है? At least 5 minutes. Krishna sees our endeavors. If we have desire and if we are showing by our endeavors that I want to do it, just like when I joined temple in the beginning days in 2010-11, so many services are given in the temple, and I was also always thinking यार टाइम नहीं मिल रहा पढ़ने का, बिकॉज बचपन से लेके जीवन में एक ही चीज़ किया है मैंने, पढ़ाई, और कुछ नहीं किया है। जब टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है, सेवा इतना है, so I was thinking I would read sometimes in between, ऐसे ही 10-15 मिनट मिल गया ऐसे करते करते। कोविड के 2019 December, nothing else to do, whole day what I was doing, reading only. So it became a benediction. It was not a good thing, but it became a benediction. So if we develop a desire, then Krishna will somehow make arrangements to fulfill that desire. इच्छा तो करिए, इच्छा ही नहीं करेंगे तो भगवान उसको पूरा कैसे करेंगे? At least we should develop the desire. I want to chant, I want to study regularly, I want to serve. इच्छा प्रकट नहीं करेंगे तो कैसे करेंगे भगवान? And even if you express your desire, Krishna will test your desire first. कितनी इच्छा प्रबल है, ये तो देंगे तो ठीक है, नहीं तो चलेगा मुझे. Then Krishna will not give. We have to be really consistent in our desire. Then only Krishna will reciprocate. So the more we develop connection with the supreme reality, Vindati Atmani, this verse says Vindati Atmani, to the extent we can resist the temptations of the outside world, to that extent we can develop the higher taste. Which verse says this? Developing higher taste. Vishaya Vinivartante 2.59. सुना थोड़ा पूरा सुना.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते
वही है, बराबर.
विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिना रसवर्जं रसोप्यस्य परम दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते.
परम दृष्ट्वा. अरे ठीक बजेगी. कंटिन्यूअसली बज रहा, मैं थोड़ा ना बोला. Param Drishtva, the more we get away from the material things, to that extent we can experience higher pleasure. Vishaya Vinivartante, जब विषयों का त्याग करते हैं, निर आहार, when we don't take that ahar, then we develop the higher taste. थोड़ा ये भी, थोड़ा ये भी. It is just like, moving in, putting your leg in two boats. एक इसमें, एक इसमें. चलेगा? नहीं चलेगा. As in Bible it is said, either you be hot or cool. If you are lukewarm, I spit you out. Jesus says this to his disciples. या तो इधर रहो या इधर रहो. Don't try to do both. You will not get any of them. Either you enjoy fully, उसमें enjoyment ज़्यादा नहीं है, but still there is a notion. Just like two types of people are happy, two types of students are happy in the exams. कौन कौन से? एक वाले ने 4 बार रिवीजन कर लिया है और वो सबके रूम पे जाके हॉस्टल में जाके बोलता है कोई बात नहीं यार, तू पास हो जाएगा, टेंशन मत ले, आशीर्वाद देके जाता है. और दूसरा वाला, उसको पास होने की पड़ी ही नहीं है. उसने तो डिसाइड कर लिया है कि मैं 4 साल और रहूंगा इधर, अच्छे से पढ़ूंगा यार, 1 साल में थोड़ा ना होगा. और सबसे ज्यादा दुखी कौन रहता है मालूम? जिसने थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ाई किया है, पास होने की इच्छा भी है, लेकिन पता नहीं पास होंगे कि नहीं. यश्च मूढ़तमो लोके यश्च बुद्धे परम गतः तौ उभौ सुखमेधेते क्लिश्यति अंतरितो जना. Two types of people are happy in this world. Yascha मूढ़तम, lowest of people who are ignorant. वो खुश रहते हैं. Ignorance is bliss. उनको मालूम ही नहीं है कि आगे चल के पिटाई होगी. They are happy in their current state. मूढ़तम and बुद्धे परमगता, those who are self-realized, liberated souls, they are happy. दुखी कौन रहते हैं? थोड़ी बहुत इच्छा भी है कि भगवान को प्राप्त करना है, ये भी छूट नहीं रहा है. कभी इधर देखते हैं, कभी उधर भी देखते हैं. बोला तो था चैंट हरे कृष्णा एंड बी हैप्पी. किधर का कहेगा बी हैप्पी? इधर तो तपस्या चल रहा है मेरा. They are always miserable because our connection is not yet established. Why our connection is very very weak? अच्छा, a question to all of you. Why parents they develop such a deep connection with their children? मतलब ऐसा क्या होता है? Yes, thoughts. How parents are so very intensely attached to their children?
Because they feel children are a part of them.
Okay, ठीक है. What else?
Love.
How that love develops?
Because they're part of them, the child is a part of them.
Okay, ठीक है. But still that relation becomes very strong because there is service. The parents are serving the children from the day they are born. If there is no service, then there is not much of attachment. By default, parents they serve their children. सब कुछ करते हैं ना. That service क्या हो गया? That service makes that relationship very, very strong. Our problem is currently we have not developed that relation with Krishna because we have not served him enough. How can we serve Krishna? How the service to the Lord begins? Haji?
Serve the devotees.
How the service begins? आप लोगों के जीवन में भगवान की सेवा कैसे शुरू हो गई? Chanting. अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेद ग्राह्यमिंद्रियै सेवोन्मुखे ही जिह्वादौ. कैसे सेवा होती शुरू होती है? जिह्वा. Service begins with using our tongue. Tongue has two functions, eating and speaking. We started engaging these two faculties in serving the Lord, prasad and chanting. That's the beginning of seva. That should not be the end of seva. What are we asking when we are chanting? What is the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra? Hare is the name of Srimati Radharani. Krishna is all attractive Lord, and Ram is the source of all pleasure. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, what are we asking the Lord? What are we asking? And whom we are asking? We are praying to Srimati Radharani. What are we asking? Oh Srimati Radharani, please engage me in service of the supreme attractive and the source of all pleasure, Krishna. सेवा दो सेवा दो सेवा दो सेवा दो सेवा दो सेवा दो, वही मांग रहे हैं. और सेवा आई तो मुझे नहीं, उसको दो. तो भगवान भी राधा रानी बोलेंगे क्या चल रहा है? बैठ के सेवा मांग रहा है आधा घंटा 1 घंटा. एंड व्हेन सेवा कम्स, मुझे क्यों दे रहे हैं? ये देखो, ये कभी सेवा नहीं करता है.
Cat and mouse.
हाँ जी,
Cat and mouse type.
कैट एंड माउस, टॉम एंड जेरी. बस सेवा उसको दे दो, उसको दे दो. व्हाई मी? देन क्वेश्चन कम्स, व्हाई मी? अरे इस पे कृपा करिए प्रभु जी, इसमें मतलब ऋषिकेश में नहीं. वी ऑलवेज थिंक व्हाई मी? सेवा मुझे ही क्यों मिल गई? सेवा इज अ ट्रेजर. It is not an ordinary thing to get seva of the Lord. And serving the Lord is still easier. What is difficult? Serving the devotees of the Lord. That is more difficult. Because क्यों difficult है? भगवान फीडबैक नहीं देते हैं, डिवोटीज फीडबैक देते हैं. ऐसा सेवा नहीं कर रहे, ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं, चैंटिंग नहीं कर रहे हैं, टाइम पे नहीं आ रहे हैं, क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? Lord never gives feedback. So we have to begin service with our tongue, using our senses, chanting, reading about Him, praying to Him. Unless we start praying to the Lord seriously, then we will not develop that connection with the Lord, Because in this world, happiness means the more we have, the more we consume. That is consumer industry. The more gadgets we have, the more things we have in our house, the more I am happy. Srila Prabhupada would say, current civilization is a civilization of thieves. One time a businessman came and he said, Swamiji, I am hearing you and I have come to meet you. So Prabhupada started talking to him and he asked, so what do you do? He said, Swamiji, I have a glass factory. I'm a businessman. I make glass. So Prabhupada said, Acha, so how do you make glass? Oh, I take sand, I extract silica and I make glass out of it. Oh, that means you are a thief. You are stealing from God. Sand belongs to God. No, Swamiji, I give donation also. Acha, you are a smaller thief. Hira chor or khira chor, both are chor only. So what is the use of honesty among the thieves? एक बार 3 चोर थे. 3 thieves, they stole a pot of sweet rice from a temple. And they thought we will divide it and we will, they were thinking एक ही pot. Everybody was thinking I should eat everything. So they thought, they devised a plan. We will all sleep, and whoever gets the best dream, he will get this pot of sweet rice. ठीक है, सब लोग सो गए तीनों. So next morning, one person gets up and says, "You know what I saw in the dream?" He said, "I was at Kailash Parvat, and Lord Shiva was standing right in front of me. He was giving me his darshan. Such a wonderful dream." So दूसरा बोलता है, "This is nothing. I was in Brahmalok, and Brahmaji was giving me darshan with his 4 heads. He was, glorifying me also." And थर्ड वाला बोल नहीं रहा कुछ. बोला, "यार क्या हुआ, तेरे को सपना नहीं आया?" नहीं 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 नहीं, बोलना सपना क्या है? बोले, नहीं जाने दो, छोड़. बोले, बोल तो सही. In my dream who came? In my dream Hanuman ji came, and he had gada in his hand, and he was about to hit me, and he told, "अगर ये स्वीट राइस तूने नहीं खाया तो ये गदा तेरे पे ही पड़ेगी." So they said, "तो क्या किया तूने?" बोले, "क्या करूंगा, अभी हनुमान जी खड़े रहेंगे गदा लेके, तो I hit." That is the honesty among the thieves. So if somebody thinks, "Okay, I want to enjoy and I'll not give to the Lord, or I'll give something to the Lord, but बाकी सब मेरे लिए," that is stealing from God, and it doesn't give much enjoyment. The happiness of this world keeps diminishing. One time in a society, there were many children. They would play cricket in the evening, and there was one person. He was always getting disturbed by these children playing cricket. और कभी कभी बॉल भी उसके खिड़की पे लगा, खिड़की फूटा. बहुत खुश हो रहा है.
My friend actually did the same thing in Varva.
खोल दिया खिड़की. So this person, he thought, अभी इनको बोलूंगा तो ये लोग तो सुनने वाले हैं नहीं. So he devised a plan. He went to those children and said, "All of you are doing such a wonderful job. You all are playing so nicely. I am getting really ecstatic emotions seeing you all playing. So as a remuneration, you are giving me so much happiness. So I want to give you something." So he gave 10 rupees to all the children. And he went. After every day he was coming 10 rupees. After 10 days, he said, "You are giving me so much happiness, but आज थोड़ा सा पैसा कम है, 5 rupees only. Please keep playing." 5 रुपया दिया. After 5 days again he went and glorified, and he said, "Sorry, I don't have money now. So I am really grateful, but you please keep playing, huh?" And he left. So बच्चों ने सोचा, ये तो गलत बात है, हम खेले और इनको मजा मिले, हैं? We will not play. They left. That is how the happiness of this world works. They were enjoying happiness of playing, but they started focusing on the remuneration. Happiness is never a product, it is always a byproduct. If we start focusing on the happiness, ये करेंगे तो मजा मिलेगा, ये करेंगे तो मजा आएगा, happiness goes away. And the scriptures time and again have told us, the more we invest in selflessly serving others, the more one becomes happy. So that is how, the joy of connecting and contributing to the society. What is the greatest welfare activity one can do? What is the greatest welfare activity? आप लोगों को क्या लगता है, मतलब सबसे बड़ा समाज सेवा क्या है? हाँ जी, अन्नदान. और किसी को कुछ लगता है? Education. हाँ जी, spreading the message of Krishna consciousness. I'll give you a simple example. पहले भी एक बोला है, कुंभ के मेले में बिछड़ा हुआ बच्चा. मूवी, पुरानी मूवीज में आते थे ना, आजकल की मूवी में दिखाते हैं क्या कभी कुंभ के मेले में बिछड़ गया बच्चा? So one person comes and sees, "Arey बेचारा भूखा है," so give him some food. Another person comes and says, "Arey he doesn't have proper clothes, फट गए बेचारे कपड़े," he gives some clothes. "Oh he has some wound also, injury हो गया है, ये चल medicine भी दे देते हैं." The fourth person comes and what he understands, he's a son of a billionaire. What I'll do, I'll bring him to his father. And on the way, what I'll do, I'll give him some food also. If he's hungry, I'll give him some clothes also. But the most important thing is what? Bringing the child to the father. Out of these four, what is the biggest welfare activity? Connect to the Lord. So it is so very wonderful when people are giving food, giving medicines, giving clothing, giving education. But the problem is they are forgetting to connect people to the eternal Father who can take care of us always. So that is called as preaching Krishna consciousness. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would always tell, Bharat bhumi te manushya janma hoila jar, janma sarthak kari kar para upakar. Make your life successful and also bring others closer to this process. This is responsibility of everyone. Everyone who has understood ये जो मिला है ना मेरे को, it is really amazing. If we have understood it, the byproduct of this emotion is I want to give it to somebody. I want to bring at least one person closer to Krishna. That is a natural outcome. If that is not happening, that means we have not sufficiently understood this process. It should happen. Confirmation hai. It should happen. Sharing Krishna consciousness has to happen. That's how our faith will grow. Just like our journey of self-discovery, may we give an example. If a youngster sees her friend and says, "तेरे को तो last week pimples थे, अभी नहीं है, क्या किया तूने?" तो बोलेगी, क्या बोलेगी? मैंने फेयर एंड लवली लगाया. आजकल क्या होता है पता नहीं. आजकल कौन सा क्रीम चलता है मार्केट? ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता, आप लोग नहीं लगाते कुछ भी.
There are too many options.
Too many options. Oh, okay. चलो what? Okay, ठीक है, जो भी है वो फेयर एंड लवली लेते हैं हम लोग. So she says, "Cha, you applied this cream and then, okay, what she'll do? She will also apply. Then she will experience the change. उसके भी pimples चले जाएंगे. When she will meet her friend who has pimples, what she'll say? Fair and lovely लगाओ. It is by default. वो होगा ही, अवश्य होगा. That's how faith grows in our spiritual life also. If we want to increase our faith, because ultimately it is about Shraddha. Depending on the Shraddha we have, we are either a very, beginner devotee or an intermediate or an advanced. Kanishtha, Madhyam or Uttam. Kanishtha means he is or she is not so expert in philosophy. This devotee thinks मैं और भगवान, बीच में कोई नहीं आना चाहिए. मुझे किसी डिवोटी की जरूरत नहीं है भाई. I can practice bhakti alone. That is a very lower mentality. When the devotee thinks मेरा तो direct connection है भगवान के साथ. ये लोगों को बीच में बहुत सारे लोग लगते होंगे, हम तो direct भगवान से बात करते हैं. That is a very lower devotee. The more one advances, one feels I need the Lord and his devotees also. Without devotees doesn't happen, doesn't work. So it is very, very important to have this attitude of serving, trying to bring others closer to Krishna. और इसमें बहुत मेहनत होता है. It is not so easy. Why we are sitting here and hearing? Because somebody has struggled for bringing us close to Krishna. It's like I can tell about myself when I was in college. Gauranga Prabhu and so many other devotees, they would come. Sometimes One time it was raining heavily, and the trains, there was no taxi. From our temple to our college, Grand Medical College, taxi is the easiest way. Taxi चल ही नहीं रही है. So he went to Grant Road station walking. From Grant Road he went to Dadar. From Dadar he went to Sandhurst Road Central line. From there he walked to JJ. So that is the determination of a devotee. And एक हफ्ता नहीं आते तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता था. But still that is a determination. करना है. When Srila Prabhupada, when he was on this planet, he went to Hyderabad and they had installed wonderful deities. So there are many Shri Vaishnava संप्रदाय जानते हैं आप लोग? So साउथ इंडिया में जो बड़ा तिलक लगाते हैं ना बालाजी टेम्पल में, वो श्री वैष्णव कहलाते हैं. So one of the persons, he became good friends with Srila Prabhupada. His name was Sampat Kumar Bhattacharya. And then Srila Prabhupada, he came to Mumbai. This devotee, he came to know that the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they are making deities of Prabhupada. अभी मंदिर गए ना आप लोग, इस्कॉन के मंदिर जाने, प्रभुपाद की deity रहती हैं. अभी Prabhupada is not there, so the deity is there. So that time Prabhupada was there on the planet. So the disciples, they thought हम प्रभुपाद की मूर्तियां सब जगह मंदिरों में रखेंगे. So this person, he came to know this. He flew from Hyderabad to Mumbai. He took out ticket, his own expenditure. He came to meet Prabhupada. And he said, Swamiji, I have heard that your disciples are making your deities. It is not correct. They should not be put in the temples while you are living. You know what will happen? If the deities of somebody is put in the temple, what will happen? People would come, they would bow down, they would pray, they would touch the feet. And you know what will happen? You will suffer because of their karma. That's why, touching feet. When we touch feet of some great personalities, what happens? We are giving our karma to them. They accept the karma. So he says, Prabhupada, Swamiji, you should not do this. Prabhupada heard him patiently and he said, do you know, that's why I have come here for. And he was really amazed. He had no words to speak. दूसरों का कर्म लेने के लिए कौन आएगा भाई? That is the compassion of a saintly person, to give Krishna consciousness and ready to suffer. So that is the joy. Look, that is something. The joy of bringing one person close to Krishna, that is something which is unmatched. So that is what is described here. Vindati Atmani, Andar. Otherwise, till the time we are just running around the pleasures of the world, अंदर वाला सुख नहीं आएगा. And sometimes people say, अरे आप लोग ना, I think you could not succeed in the outside world. That's how, just like one time, I was giving a talk in one college and somebody introduced कि he has done his MBBS और ये सब करके अभी ये सब छोड़ के अभी ये कर रहे हैं ऐसा डॉक्टर छोड़ के. After the class, one boy came and said, sir, क्या हुआ? कोई problem था? And then he says, कोई थी क्या? मतलब संसार में कुछ नहीं मिला तो अभी क्या करें, अभी ना कोई उमंग है ना कोई तरंग है, तो चलो अभी. There are many important things to focus on, so we don't focus on the small things. One time in Ranganath Swami temple, Srirangam, they have a big elephant, which is there in the service of the Lord. And every day evening में भगवान की शोभा यात्रा निकलती है. In that vicinity there was one male and female pig. So the male pig, he wanted to just show off. He tells his wife, you want to see my power? She said, what power you have? I will go near this elephant and he will run away. Just look at me. So what he does, pig goes and just rolls in that gutter he comes out. And then he comes near elephant. And that elephant, he moves behind. So he turns around. Dekha mera power. I could just push elephant back. So why elephant went back?
Smell.
He smell तो एक चीज है. You know why?
He didn't want to take this.
Because he had a higher purpose in life, Baba. Because he had to carry the Lord. If he puts one leg on this peak, he will become flat. But he thinks if I'll touch him, I'll be contaminated. I'll not be able to carry the Lord. So therefore we have to understand what is our purpose in life. What we should focus on, that is more important, you know. If we are not focusing on our actual position as we are soul, we want to connect to the Lord. Otherwise, Srila Prabhupada, he would say the current civilization is the civilization of Punar Mushik Bhava. One time there was a rat. He came to a sage and said, "Oh sage, please show mercy." So he said, "What happened?" "A cat is always troubling me. So what do you want?" "Make me cat." So the sage gave benediction. He became a cat. After some days, the cat comes. Says, "Sage, I am still in trouble." "What happened?" "Dogs are chasing me." "So what do you want?" "I want to become a dog." To become a dog. After some days, the dog comes and says, "What happens?" "Now this tiger is chasing me." "So what do you want?" "I want to become tiger." So the sage made him tiger. And as he became tiger, he started staring at the sage only. He said, "What do you want?" He said, "I want to eat you." So the sage says, "Punar Mushik Bhava." Again become a mouse. So that is our modern civilization. We are thinking we are advancing, but the more we are advancing, we are going to animalistic life, trying to just enjoy senses. So what will happen? Next life, Punar Mushik Bhava. Because अंतकाल में क्या सोचेंगे? You know, please take out 8th chapter, 5th verse.
अंतकाले च मामेव
हाँ, उसके पहले वाला, उसके बाद वाला. 8th chapter, 6th verse.
यम यम वापि स्मरणीयम्.
That decides our next life. Whatever we think throughout our life, that will come at the end of our life also. Yam yam vapi smarana bhavam tyajyatyante kalevaram tam tameva iti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitah. Translation please.
Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, O son of Kunti, that state he will attain without fail.
Yes. So if we are living like animals, that means what are the 4 qualities of animals? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. If we are just doing these 4 things, then Lord will say, "ठीक है, why are you troubling yourself so much? You become an animal." So next life, Punar Mushik Bhava. So the purpose of life is not just to enjoy senses. Purpose of life is to connect to Krishna. And the more we Vindati Atmani, the more we experience this, the more we'll experience the permanent happiness. Srila Prabhupada writes about Yamunacharya. We'll hear the story of this great devotee Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya, his grandfather, his name was Nath Muni. He was staying in Madurai. Nath Muni, his son, his name was Ishwara Muni. And Ishwar Muni, for some reasons, he died very early. So this Ishwar Muni and his wife, they wanted son. They went to Vrindavan and they went to so many holy places. In all the 12 forests of Vrindavan. वृंदावन के 12 वनों के नाम मालूम है किसी को? वृंदावन बहुत सारे वन हैं. जिनको नहीं मालूम है तो हमारे गोविंदास में जितना डोसा है, अभी तो गोविंदास का रेनोवेशन चल रहा है. तो अलग अलग नाम उस पे रखे हैं, महावन, खदिरवन, भांडेरवन, लोहवन, काम्यवन, whatever. So they went to all these holy places and they prayed there, like we want a son. And ultimately they got this small boy and they named him Yamuna, because they got this as a benediction from Vrindavan. तो यमुना नाम रखा उसका. So Ishwar Muni died early. So Nath Muni, his grandfather, was taking care of the child. So this Yamuna, when he was 5 years old, he was put in the school of a great devotee. His name was Bhashyacharya, and he was a very, very powerful scholar. So this Yamuna, he also started learning under him. When he was 12 years old, one day, in the ashram of his guru, some brahmanas came and they said, "Where is your guru?" They told Yamuna. Bhashyacharya was not there, he had gone somewhere. So Yamuna said, "What do you want?" So these brahmanas, they were the disciples of another great scholar. His name was, naam acha tha uska, Kolahal. This Kolahal, he was the head Brahmana priest of the king. Very powerful scholar. He was a Digvijay Pandit. Digvijay Pandit means wherever he would go, he would defeat all the scholars. So these were the disciples of this Kolahal. So they say, "Your guru has been defeated by our guru, and according to the deal, he has to pay a tax. Yearly tax he has to pay. And your guru has not paid tax for several years. So if he doesn't pay tax, he'll be punished." So Yamuna, 12 years old boy, he says, "Whoever your guru is, I can understand he is the greatest fool." They were really angry. "How can you say that?" He said, "Yes, if the disciples are so proud, then what can be the guru? Because it is a natural situation of a person who is knowledgeable, he becomes humble." वो एक बहुत अच्छा संस्कृत में सुभाषित है, विद्या विनयेन शोभते. The person who has knowledge automatically becomes humble. वो एक और हिंदी में एक मुहावरा था, जिस पेड़ पे फल रहते हैं वो अपने आप झुकते हैं. So if a person is proud of his knowledge, if a person is proud of his education, मुझे इतना सारा आता है, मुझे इतने सारे संस्कृत श्लोक आते हैं, मालूम है? आपको कितने आते हैं? 2 ही आते हैं, मुझे तो 50 तो आते ही हैं. That means we don't understand the essence of spiritual life. The essence of spiritual life is humility. Trinadapi sunicena tarorapi sahishnana amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. If you want to chant regularly, 3 things should be followed. Become more humble than a blade of grass. That means if somebody says something for us, some wrong things, learn to tolerate it. अगर आपको उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है ना, सहन करिए. Learn to tolerate. Become humble. Don't show off your wealth, prestige, beauty, high parentage, whatever you have. विद्या तपो वित्त वपो वयोकुलै सतां गुणै षद्भिरसत्तमेतरा स्मृतौ हतायां भृतमान दुर्दृशा स्तब्धान पश्यन्ति हि धाम भूयसाम्. This verse describes if somebody has vidya vapu means beautiful body, vitta wealth, vaya a youthful body, kul high birth, these are all good qualities. But if somebody is proud of them, मेरे पास तो इतना सब कुछ है, they will never understand spiritual knowledge. In the story of Bali Maharaj and Vamana Dev, सुना है आप लोगों ने? बलि महाराज, वामन देव covered the 3 upper, middle, lower planets in 3 steps.
Yes.
He tells similar words. He says, if somebody has all these qualities and still he is humble, you should understand that he has received my mercy. बिना भगवान की कृपा के नम्र बनना बहुत मुश्किल है. If somebody has good wealth, education, strength, high birth, still they are humble, understand that they have received mercy of the Lord. Otherwise, it is so very easy to be proud. So, he says, अरे your guru is a fool, because ऐसा disciple होगा तो फिर guru तो पक्का मूर्ख है. If a disciple is proud of his education, that means guru is a fool. Guru failed to teach the basic principle of humility. That is very important. So these, the disciples, they become really angry. And Yamuna, he says, just go and tell your guru, I will debate with him. कौन है ये? 12 साल का बच्चा. And Kolahal is a very powerful scholar. So Brahman ने challenge किया है तो it has to happen. So disciples go and tell the king कि ये ऐसा ऐसा बोल रहा है. The king starts laughing. He says he will be smashed royally by Kolahal. And the queen was listening. The queen said, if Yamuna wins, you have to. The queen says, if Kolahal wins, she says, I am sure that Kolahal will be defeated. She says, if Kolahal wins, I will become servant of your maidservant. And the king says, if Yamuna wins, I will give him half of my kingdom. So then the message was sent that yes, you can come. So Yamuna, you know what he says? It is a big debate. I cannot come like that. You have to send the royal elephant. You have to send all the military and the brahmanas. They should come and escort me. कौन बोल रहा है? 12 साल का बच्चा. अभी मानना पड़ेगा. So they sent. Entire city of Madurai is shocked. मतलब क्या इसका मतलब conviction मानना पड़ेगा. 12 साल का बच्चा है. क्या है जानुषा तुम्हारा भी? 14, 2 साल बड़ी है देखो. उससे भी 2 साल छोटा है. So all the brahmanas who were previously defeated by Kolahal, they were praying to the Lord, oh Lord, please empower him to defeat Kolahal. He enters the assembly. And Yamuna is a small, very sweet, innocent looking boy. And king starts laughing seeing him. He says, he'll be pakka royally smashed by Kolahal. So the Yamuna, he says, Kolahal, start asking questions. And Kolahal starts asking all the difficult questions. Yamuna, he starts repeating and answering all those questions. And then after some time he says, ask something difficult. And he was asking the most difficult questions he knew. थोड़ा hard वाला पूछा. Don't think I am a small boy. Don't go by my size. If the size is criteria, then a buffalo is better than you. He is bigger than you. He becomes really angry. अच्छा, you ask questions. Kolahal tells Yamuna, मैंने पूछ लिया ना, अभी तुम पूछो. Yamuna, he says, okay, ठीक है. I have only 3 questions for you. He says, first question, you have to prove that your mother is not a barren woman. Barren मतलब who has not given birth to a child. ऐसा कैसे? अभी I am there, so how can I prove that my mother is not a barren, is a barren woman? If I am there, she is not barren. How can I disprove it? And he says, okay, ठीक है, answer my second question. You prove that king is the virtuous personality. You have to disprove it, refute it. ऐसा कैसे? How can I, prove that king is not a virtuous? ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? Third question, he says, okay, My third proposition is the queen is the most chaste lady. पवित्र सती सावित्री है, इसको डिस्प्रूव करो. Chaste wife. ऐसा कैसे कर सकते हैं? I'll be murdered for it. So he becomes so angry. He says, "You have to disprove your statements, otherwise you will be killed." Yamuna says, "Very simple." The first question was, what was the first question? Your mother is a barren. According to Manu Samhita, anyone who has given birth to only one child, she is a barren woman. According to Manu Samhita. So you are the only son of your child. So your mother is a barren woman. What was second proposition? King is the pious. You have to refute it. The king takes 1/6 of the good karma and 1/6 of the bad karma of all the citizens. The king is virtuous, but because he is king, what he is doing? He is taking the sinful reactions of the citizens also. So what was the third proposition? Queen is a chaste wife. So she says, Queen is the most chaste. She is very faithful. But according to Manu Samhita, the king represents 7 devatas. So when queen is married to the king, she is not just married to one person. She is married to 7 persons. So she is unchaste. So that's how, everybody starts rejoicing, and king also became very happy. ऐसा नहीं कि अभी तो मेरे को आधा देना पड़ेगा. He gave half of this kingdom. 12 साल का बच्चा became the king. And he was a very, very expert, in kingly affairs. He started expanding his kingdom. In due course of time, he forgot his spiritual culture. He forgot that एक समय भगवत गीता भी पढ़ता था. Many years passed by. The grandfather was the grandfather of Yamuna? Nath Muni. He was about to die. चार बूढ़े हो गए. He had one disciple, Ram Mishra. He called him and he said, all my desires are fulfilled except one. My grandson, he has forgotten spiritual life. He has forgotten devotion to the Lord. Can you bring him to devotion again? So Ram Mishra, he goes to this king Yamuna. He tried to meet the king, but he could not, because he was a big king and Ram Mishra was a very common, unknown Brahman. He had an idea. He was expert in Ayurveda. He was expert in the science of Ayurveda. So he found one very, very special spinach, and the name was Tuduvallai. South Indian name, Tuduvallai. That spinach gives great strength and rejuvenates spiritual knowledge also. Every day he started bringing that Tuduvallai and he would give to the cook of the king. Ye bana ke do. I am bringing with such love and devotion. I care for the king. Can you please make that and give to the king? हर रोज लाते थे. Purposefully one day he did not get. And by that time the king was attached to that Tuduvallai. So he asked the cook, "ये आज वो वाला डिश नहीं दिया मेरे को." So he said, "क्या करें, वो ब्राह्मण ने दिया नहीं आज मेरे को." "Oh, which Brahman?" "अरे, one Brahman comes every day and gives this. And he doesn't take anything in return. He does it selflessly." So the king says, "I want to meet him." So next day, Ram Mishra, when he came to give this Tuduvallai to the cook, the cook says, "The king wants to meet you, O great Brahman." So Ram Mishra meets. किसको मिलते हैं? जगे हुए हैं ना सब लोग? हाँ, जोर से हरे कृष्णा मंत्र बोलते हैं हम लोग. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. ऐसा चलता जा रहा है ना, चलता जा रहा है. तो थोड़ा सा रोजी आप बोलते रहिए. अच्छा स्टोरी सुना रहे हैं, अच्छा लग रहा है, और पीछे वाले तो दिखते भी नहीं मेरे को. लाइट्स भी ऑफ है उधर तो.
वो क्लब हाउस का इशू है, हम लोग सब जगे हुए हैं।
So Ram Mishra, he introduces himself that I am the disciple of your grandfather Nath Muni, and he has told me to reveal a secret. Your grandfather has kept a great treasure for you, and for Yamuna. Before that, one thing I forgot. When this Yamuna, he won over this Kolahal, the queen, she said, Alabandar, Alabandar. Alabandar means one who conquered the great Brahman. So from that time onward, his name became Alabandar. So this Yamunacharya, he wanted money because he had to fight battles. उसके लिए पैसा लगता है. He said, I want that treasure. Where is that treasure? He said, that treasure is kept behind the 7 walls in a place which is surrounded by 2 rivers, and this treasure is protected by the snake with 7 hoods. Every year one yaksha comes to protect this treasure. After you get this treasure, you will become the wealthiest. So he says, I want this. Can you please take me to that place? Ram Mishra says, yes, I can take you, but you have to come alone. किसी के साथ नहीं आना है. He said, okay, चलेगा. They started on a journey. They traveled miles and miles. And Ram Mishra, you know what he was doing? Every day he would recite Bhagavad Gita. From morning to afternoon, he would read Bhagavad Gita. And by the end of few days, this great king Alabandar, he remembered his past life as a small boy when he would read Bhagavad Gita every day. The process of reading Bhagavad Gita is very powerful. आपको boring लगता होगा, but this process of spiritual life is so wonderful. Once it enters inside us, you cannot leave it. Even if you want it, you can't forget it. It is too late now. चाहेंगे भी तो छोड़ नहीं सकते हैं अभी. Somebody was saying that entering spiritual life is entering a mafia. Why? आते तो अपनी मर्जी से हैं, अपनी मर्जी से जा नहीं सकते. क्यों नहीं जा सकते? क्यों नहीं छोड़ने देते? If somebody wants to leave underworld, they know a lot. जाने नहीं देते उनको. The process of spiritual life is such that once you hear, आप लोग तो 2 साल से सुन रहे हैं, 2-2.5 साल से हर हफ्ते मानना पड़ेगा आप लोगों को. Every week 1 hour, 1.5 hours, और कभी कभी तो आगे ज़्यादा भी चलता है, पता नहीं कब तक चलेगा. So the more we hear, the more Krishna enters the ears. Pravishta karna randrena swanam bhava saroruham dhunoti shamalam Krishna salilasya yatha sharat. Just like the rains, the first rains cleanses of everything. As soon as the holy name enters the ears, it starts cleansing the heart. So this Yamuna, as he remembered, he started crying in happiness. And he said, I don't want this treasure. Please keep on reciting Bhagavad Gita. I want to hear more. And as Nath Muni reached 12th chapter, 8th verse. What is that? मय्येव मना धत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवशिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः. This is the verse in which Krishna is saying, one who invests his mind and consciousness in me, they can never leave my thoughts. They definitely come to me. As Yamuna, he hears this, he goes into ecstasy. He starts crying and he says, I am not going back. I don't want kingdom. I don't want the treasure also. Ram Mishra says, no, no, but I have to give you the treasure. He takes Yamuna to Srirangam. And those of you who have been to Srirangam is a city which is surrounded by 7 walls. And the middle of the city, who is there? Ranganath Swami. And he is lying on what? He is lying on Sheshnag, the 7-hooded snake. And Vibhishan, he comes once every year to take darshan of Ranganath Swami, because Ranganath Swami was given by Lord Ram to Vibhishan. उनकी स्टोरी कभी और बताएंगे. जब विभीषण जा ही नहीं रहे थे अयोध्या से, बोले मैं भी अयोध्या में रह जाता हूँ. After the war was over, Vibhishan also came for coronation, राज्याभिषेक. बोले मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं इधर ही रहता हूँ. Ram says, no, you have to go back. Then Ram gave his own personal deity to Vibhishan. On the way, he kept that deity in that Srirangam, and then deity didn't move. So that is a story of Yamuna, and then he became a great Acharya, Yamuna Acharya. So the more one rejoices within, so Prabhupada quotes this very famous shlok of Yamuna Acharya. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna padara vinde nava rasadham nyudditam rantumasi aho batnari sangame smaryamane bhavati mukhavikara shushtu nishtivanam cha. Translation. This is a very powerful verse. Yamunacharya is speaking. Since I have engaged, Yamunacharya kya? Pardon. 3 lines.
Since I have engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna, realizing ever new pleasure in him, whenever I think of sex pleasure, I spit the thought, at my lips curl with distaste.
Yes, that's how, Because he was a king, he had many wives. So now he is thinking, when I remember that happiness, that is insignificant. The happiness which I am experiencing now is Sukham Akshayam Ashnute, wo Akshay Sukh hai. Uske samne the pleasure of this world is insignificant. Prabhupada writes, in this world the highest pleasure is in terms of sex life. The whole world is moving under its spell. A person engaged in Krishna consciousness can work with greatest vigor without sex pleasure. That is the test for spiritual realization. Spiritual realization and sex pleasure go ill together. So that is the power of spiritual life. The more we absorb ourselves, the pleasures of this world, the gross, the subtle, they become insignificant. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Any questions, anybody else? Any questions? Okay, so it seems there are no questions, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.